Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, so Virgos, let us begin. Actually, I don't know that we'll use that deck. Virgos is just a fun bonus one. Let's pop in and see what we got on this, shall we? All right, Virgos. Ooh, Virgos. We are beginning with the Six of Cups. It is a little sideways. We've got a Princess of Wands, and we got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is the Page and the Queen. Mm. First off, a lot of wand energy. I'm thinking Virgo here is showing up as a fiery, passionate version of themselves. I feel like this is a Virgo who is just beginning studying some new area of interest, or um, they're dedicated to a project that could be a big project, but this is the first step in it. And I feel like this has nothing to do with romance. This has to do with an area of creative interest. This could be like, hey, I want to get, certified to do this or do that, or I'm, reading and researching about some interesting things. Heck, maybe somebody is starting to learn how to do dog training, whatever it is. It's just that they're loyal to an area of interest that they have, and it's a creative spark. It could be a creative endeavor, but it doesn't have to be. I think of this as intellectual. um, but what's interesting is, meanwhile, while they're busy attending to the stuff in their life, by the way, this Virgo is coming across as a very attractive divine feminine. Does not mean that it has to be female. This could be a male as well, but they're very in touch and attuned to their divine feminine energy. So somebody who's nurturing themselves, taking very good care of maybe their hygiene, their skin, like, this could be somebody taking extra care to make sure that their body, mind, and spirit are being fed, nourished. They could be more concerned right now with the overall health and well-being of, even, I keep seeing how gorgeous her skin is. I feel like somebody is like really like moisturizing or something, just making sure that they have, it's an act of love, not an act of vanity, though, is one thing that I will suggest here. This is masculine or feminine. Bottom line is, they're making themselves look youthful. They're making themselves look like they're pretty much radiant right now. But in their area of like their personal life, the way they're coming across to others is very beautiful, but a little tiny bit aloof. And it is because they are actively projecting something outward. You notice her eyes are closed, and she's kind of like projecting from this huge ruby across her third eye. This is a character where I think for their love life, they are manifesting right now. They're manifesting what they want. This is not like, oh, I wish that this person would come back and choose me. No, no, this is like, universe, I desire this, and this. I'm ready to receive it. It's more of a, it's placed in a, like a powerful statement, not a, gosh, I hope this will be mine. Not that at all. And I have to say, if they are calling in a soulmate, they may have the stipulation where it's like, universe, I'm not saying that I'm not willing to learn and teach and swap roles with a soulmate, but what I don't want is a straight up, like, a soulmate where it's just a lesson, where I'm the wise old teacher, or vice versa. I don't want a soulmate where it's purely a lesson. I want truly a balance where it's the alchemy between us. We bring our different gifts to the table, and together we form something new. But I don't want it to be, oh, here you're bringing something that is incomplete, and I have to, show you how to mix it and put it all together, and I'm your teacher over and over and over again. I really think that this Virgo is asking for a soulmate, someone who they really feel bonded to or can really bond with, but with the stipulation, I want it to be a two-way street. I don't want to be in the driver's seat entirely. And it's funny how they're in the driver's seat to call in what they want, and what they want is, I don't want to be the person in charge. I want to blend. I want to be, you know, um, able to learn from somebody lovely, and vice versa, but not have a power struggle, and not have to say, oh God, I can already tell I'm the old soul in the connection, so I'm going to have to teach the young soul. Basically, this character does not want to date someone who they have to think of as, God, I got to keep an eye on them because they're going to go out and eat the paste, like, that is not what they're interested in. Again, we double down on that message. We've got the Six of Sacred Circles. I feel like during this winter, now again, it's only winter time with snow if you're in the northern hemisphere. Otherwise, it's, opposite. It'll be sunny and warm if you're in the southern hemisphere right now. But I'm in the northern hemisphere, so this is very much our winter time. I feel like this Virgo is calling this in now. Like, I'm ready for it now. No, I don't want to wait. I want to manifest this now. I want a person, a soulmate. I want someone, but again, I only want someone if they're the right person, someone who can contribute. And it looks like this Virgo is not going out, putting themselves out on like dating sites and things like that, because they're seeing a set of footprints that are approaching their own tree of life. It's more like the Virgo says, I want someone who comes into my world in a natural, kind of authentic way. Maybe I meet them right where I'm at while I'm doing things that I'm interested in. And that's how I meet someone, encounter someone who turns out to be, drawn toward me, has similar interest. It feels like they want something organic. I know this sounds like we've got a very demanding little Virgo over here. I want it this way. I want it that way. I don't want this and I do want that. But, really, is that a big list of demands? I would argue no. I think it's just, let it be simple, universe. Let it be what's in my greatest and highest good. I'm ready to receive, and I really just want equality. I mean, that doesn't sound like such a huge list. We got a Two of Sacred Circles. This particular Virgo does say, though, I know it's going to be a balancing act, but I also sense or know that I want someone who feels a little destined for me. So now we're kind of upping their list. I don't just want like a soulmate, because I do think that this Virgo believes in bonds that are a little bit otherworldly. Maybe they've always sensed that there is someone very special out there for them, someone that maybe this Virgo does not bond to just anybody, and they already know that about themselves. Maybe they're wise enough, or they know themselves well enough to say, I can look across a room of 10,000 people and I can tell you with one glance, that person is someone I'm going to wind up in the arms of. I've never been wrong. I can tell it. I can see it. I can see it just based off of a photograph. I don't know what it is. I just know who is a part of my world. But this time, I don't want to notice that, see it, spot it, and identify it, but get it a little bit wrong, where it's like, maybe in the past, I've been able to identify who my soulmates are. I know that I'm good at that. But this time I want the one that's ready to be with me, not just the one that I'm supposed to learn a lesson from and then we part ways. I don't want to just end karma. I want to be looped in together. I want to have a long lasting relationship, not just a lesson. I want to feel like this is the infinity. This is the one I've been looking for lifetimes. It's funny how they're a bear, but to me that looks like Ursa Major is the metaphor for that, someone from the stars. But the bear could be important. Bears usually represent wisdom. This could be somebody with a bear tattoo. This could be somebody very hairy, like a bear, like animal. I say that with love. I love hair. I'm all into hair. So we got Temperance in the upright. Again, Two of Sacred Circles is Two of Pentacles. So that's about balance. And of course, so is the Temperance. But we up the ante. It's like Virgo is saying, I don't want somebody where we have to compromise everything we believe in to be together. But I do want somebody who is strong, maybe even animalistic, but wise and powerful. I want someone who matches a certain vibration of me, a certain facet of my character. That's what I want. I want someone who, it's like this Virgo wants somebody who's very different than themselves, but who mirrors a certain aspect of themselves. I don't know how else to say this. Like maybe the Virgo is strong and knows that they're a bit of a fighter, knows that they can be a very formidable opponent, but chooses to seek peace instead. Maybe they want a character like that. Maybe they want a warrior. Maybe they want, grizzlies are pretty fearsome. If you ever read about like the Lewis and Clark expedition, they make a mention of how, I can't remember how it's said, but it's like they got pretty nervous, pretty scared, because they said, we have seen how difficult it is for these bears to die. And it's like, there are formidable creatures out there. And I feel like maybe the Virgo is like, I want a freaking warrior because I know I'm one too, but that doesn't mean I'm out there trying to cause a ruckus. So I want somebody who's got a backbone. I want somebody who's made of steel at all times, but they don't choose to throw their weight around. They're the epitome of true strength, which is truly strong people choose peace. They choose even if they have to be ferocious, sometimes it's to hopefully always, like make a point that says, let's get to something better. Let's not waste energy for negative actions. We got an Ace of Swords, we got the Ten of Swords. I feel like this Virgo wants this to be the last one, like one and done. I want the person who says, I pick you, Virgo. You pick me. Angel Garcia, thank you so much. Thank you, honey. That is so kind. I'm so honored. Thank you for that beautiful donation. This is one of those situations where to see someone and it's like, I know it's you and you know it's me. I don't pick anybody but you. I'm done looking. I think that's a really important aspect of this. The Virgo wants somebody who's done looking, who would kind of forsake all others. I mean, this is starting to sound like the Virgo wants a long-term, stable, deeply meaningful relationship. So the big question is, are they going to find it? Are they going to get it, right? That's the big question. Yes, I did do the live last night, Sammy Bella. I did it from 10 to 11 last night. Thank you, everybody who was with me. We've got a Prince of Wands. We got a Six of Swords. I said, do they get it? This has a stipulation. The universe says, hi, Rehab Deidre Joya. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you very much. That is such a kind thing. Thank you for that beautiful donation also. The fact that we have the universe saying, Virgo, to have that, you got to move on from a player. Got to move on from, I said, will they get this love of a lifetime? And the universe says it's up to Virgo. Why does the universe say that the Virgo has to move on from a player? Was Virgo still holding on to the memory of a player? Yeah. Three of Cups in the reverse. The Virgo was holding on to a memory of a player that they maybe said, I don't want that back. And the universe says, then don't think about it anymore. If you don't want it back, don't think about it anymore. Please remember, I'm not talking to you no matter who you are out there. I am not a psychic. I promise you, I'm just a storyteller. So don't take offense to this. I'm not telling you what's wrong and what you need to do different. If I did know you in real life, I still wouldn't talk to you like this, But in my stories, I don't have the ability to be too gracious or we'll never get the story out. So I just got to be blunt. The universe says, move on from the player. And I'm guessing that for this story, this Virgo must know who the player is. There's somebody who wore a mask. There's somebody who Virgo may know that underneath the mask, they did really care about the Virgo, but the universe still says, just because the player did have real emotions for Virgo, there's still a freaking player. Let him go, Virgo. You say you don't want him back, mean it. Stop thinking about him. Ooh, that's like, okay, that's it. That has to happen before the Virgo gets to have everything that they're asking the universe for. So once again, I say, can the Virgo have what it is that they're asking for? Now that we've cleared up that very precise and harsh piece of advice. We have a Seven of Wands, we have a King of Wands, and we have the Ten of Wands. Yes, the Virgo gets their perfect match. Remember, they began by looking like a Queen of Wands. Does Virgo end up with their perfect mate? Oh, yeah. And here we have like two lions. We already said that it's like they want somebody that's ferocious, somebody who's strong, somebody who's proud, but also loving, somebody who has the ability to fight like a warrior, but more importantly, they know to lead as a peaceful king or emperor. That's exactly who the Virgo ends up with. Now, the one thing is to step into that relationship. The Seven of Wands is it's not really, in this deck, it's not a card of struggle so much as it is somebody who steps into the inner temple. It's stepping into oneself. It's stepping right into the center of within their own heart space. When this Virgo really truly envisions who their partner is, I think that's like flipping on the light switch. This Virgo cannot have any memories of a past player. They can't still say, gosh, if only that past player could have been, the right person. The Virgo has to fully surrender that and only think about the quality of the person that it is that they really want. No, well, that ex, that past player that I dealt with, I mean, they really did love me. No more of that. Forget that person. Don't put their face on top of this body. we gotta want somebody that doesn't have any of the attributes of the past player. We want a full king, body, mind, soul, spirit, only king. No recycled bits and pieces, which is hard because we're basically saying the Virgo has to fantasize about the person that they want, and it can't be built off of anything that they previously knew. Sometimes it's hard to construct ideas of things that without recycling old ideas, right? Because I mean, you got to have a reference point, but this says no, Virgo, use only the reference point of your heart and soul. Imagine the kind of relationship that Virgo has always wanted to have in every aspect. They want somebody strong, somebody trustworthy, somebody loving, somebody who, I mean, right down to, I mean, not like this Virgo has to envision, what color eyes they have, but the essence of this person. And it can't be built off of the template of who the player was. That's the secret ingredient to this, and that's how the Virgo meets this person. It is, I think they'll know it's night and day difference. It's a lot of relaxed energy. This character could already have children, or Virgo will have children or grandchildren with them, but it's like, wow, I could finally see someone that I could believe and trust wants to be a protector, a friend, a lover, a companion, like everything that the Virgo has wanted. But again, they had to first step inside their heart and say, what is it that I truly want? It's almost like the Virgos, this whole storyline has said that the Virgo has the ultimate power in manifesting exactly what it is that they want. But really, the big message was this Virgo has had one small blockage, which was there was still a player that was somewhere in the back of Virgo's mind, and that we had to kind of like hose out, extinguish. All right, I'm going to leave that one there, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Lots of love, you guys. I will see you all in the next ones. You guys, thank you very much for being here. Christina, you're adorable. Thank you. All right, everybody. I will see you. We've still got a couple of other videos I got to post today, and then I'll probably put out one or two others late tonight. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. Bye. Thanks for being here, Miss Hermit. Always great to see you, honey. Bye. Hi, Em.